Yes, Earl. Sintwali fought Sajid from Iran. Multiple world champion, and we did what we could. I mean, we knew going into the match that it was going to be extremely difficult, but of course we remained positive, and we did all we can to prepare for him. As you can see, I mean, anyone that watches streaming could see that he's extremely strong. Pretty, very effortless, really. His technical game is top notch. After the initial loss, of course, Santoli was disappointed, but once reality, kind of seeps back in, he realized that he did an excellent job and did all he could to try to win the fight. We guys have come to the realization that we're definitely, on top in our region. But in order for us to make the transition and to be, more competitive on the world stage, we're going to have to, compete against the fighters in, Europe, Asia, and North Africa. That's just the reality of it. Real did an extremely good job against Hungary. Technically, there was a few things we could have done better. Kicks are worth 2 points, and Hungary was racking up points pretty quickly. And although Real was getting takedowns, Real was also falling down. So instead of getting 2 points, he was getting 1 point. So the spread ended up getting pretty big in the first round, although Real, was able to inflict some damage using his boxing. When he came back to the corner, we told him that he really needs to neutralize the kick and close the gap. And as you can see, he did that well. He was able to force his opponent off the leg tie. Once the match was really close. I mean, on the screens, the spread was no bigger than 2 to 3 points at any one point in time. Once we got down to like the last 15 seconds, we told him that he had to push his opponent off based on the spread. And I was just slightly disappointed that he didn't go for it. I gave him the analogy of, you're done in a football game by a goal, you have 10 seconds left. You have no choice but to shoot. So, but he did extremely well. And it's just a shame that the actual results don't show how well our team actually did. Our team was small in numbers, but was really a quality team. And the name of the game at the World Championships, the way you win is one is the luck of the draw and competing well. And I would say, the draw certainly did not go in our favor, but our fighters competed well, and I'm proud of them. That brings the curtain down on another successful year for BSA, a long year. We're looking forward to coming back and relaxing and getting ready for the holidays and kicking off in the new year. 2016 is going to be another busy year for us, and we're going to get ready for it. And thank you, everybody, for this.
National heroes. Talking of national heroes, by the way, 4-time world champion Muslim Zalikov also in action in the 230. So if you didn't just want to see the 75-kilogram quarterfinals, or the big man stepping up, it might be quick though. So as we move through here, early points for Sando. A good start for Hungary at the World Wushu Championships.
Interestingly enough, Bermuda got that early takedown, but Hungary's been able to mount some points here.
Yep, but it's a good start for Hungary in their first bout.
Molnar comfortably ahead with most judges, and Rael looking to make a difference here as we move into the first minute.
Well, looks like the push-off was a strategy. Actually, surprisingly, with a first-time country like Hungary here, as well as Bermuda, good energy to this.
Oh, sure. Bermuda's actually come to a couple of the World Championships, maybe even more than a couple. I know that I have seen them in a few World Championships. So they had a chance to get out that newness to the sport. And we're seeing that in terms of people bringing back some of the experience. Credit to Hungary for
well, exactly, yeah,
knowing how to use this circling around. It's not as fast as some of the other competitors. Beautiful side kick while Bermuda was coming in there. And here we have Rael taking down Molnar.
Well, if you're wondering about the energy of this, we have actually jumped up. That was the quarterfinal complete list for the 75 kilograms. This is 85 kilograms, and I think, if I'm right, the first time we've seen 85. Yes, it is the first time we've seen 85 kilogram Sander.
So this is great. In day 4 of the competition, we're seeing new fighters,
new fighters from new countries in new classes.
There's a push kick.
Wow,
beautiful sweep by Rael.
And that's
got to give him.
You just saw the way the Leitai shook.
That's right.
From 85 kilograms of falling flesh.
This is a bit winded for these big guys.
But he was coming up with some good points, some fastish hands, and by about the first minute of that round, well, I think, is that a push-off?
No, it didn't count because the judge had already called ting.
Yeah, okay.
And we have again glove push down. This is a case again where Rael of Bermuda has everything to gain and nothing to lose here, and Molnar has to be able to hold on to the fight.
Right.
So Bermuda needs to use his time to mount points, and he just did with a beautiful flurry and a right hand to the chin.
That's opened him up.
So here we have a case where both fighters are equally matched here.
Well, it's a real slugfest turning up here. Big fall.
Molnar was on top, but because he went off, there's no score there.
So back in it again.
There's a jab.
Very close.
And there is Bermuda that sort of forced the issue. He got Molnar's leg. Molnar's legs are a little bit tired. He went in the second round, and Bermuda was able to do something with it. You see both fighters. The energy drain is apparent for both fighters.
They're definitely big. It's very obvious when Sander fighters start losing a little bit of that energy, because you need to be so quick if you're going to be on top of it. And some of these punches now are coming in a little bit slow. So we have Rael being admonished to not about the clinching. That happens a lot when we get into these fights where both fighters are fatigued. Yeah.
You see the punches don't have the zip that they had earlier.
They haven't got the precision or the energy, and so the question is, there's still a lot of weight behind these punches with these fighters being so heavy. I just heard a couple of shots for uppercut from behind.
Two big guys. And possibly the uppercut in the clinch again to maybe jar the opponent, but it won't score, and he's just received a penalty for clinching. So earlier the warning, and now he's received. But look at he's trying to make it happen.
Sando's just asking the questions at the moment, and Rael is just as tired as he is. So
absolutely.
When you look at who's going to be answering those questions,
so
the points are really close.
They are so close that you have to figure that Rael's corner is trying to will him on to realize, earn just a few points, and you can win this round. Now, the truth is, both of them don't want to face a third round, but at least Rael